If you are looking for information and inspiration about visiting the north of England and York, you have come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I learned on my recent visit. I'm Maureen Atkinson at LifeShift. I'm here to share about how to inject adventure, learning, and purpose into your life at any age. If you find value in this video, give us a thumbs up. It makes a big difference for how people find us. Also, stay tuned to the end where I will share with you some insider tips that we learned along the way. Two of the iconic landmarks of York are the impressive York Minster Church and the ancient walls that surround the Old City, which were founded on the old Roman walls, but built later. The Cathedral and Metropolitan Church of St. Peter in York, most commonly known as York Minster, was completed in 1472, several centuries after it was first started. It is a wow, both outside and inside. It is called York Minster, or the Minster, because it was originally envisioned to be the religious center from which priests would go out and minister to the people who lived in the surrounding countryside. The inside features the original medieval stained glass windows. Unlike many cathedrals in the south, these windows were not destroyed during the Republican era because of York's support of the Republicans. It does feature some very unique pieces, like these tombs of people from the Republican era showing their religious fervor. Beyond the Minster, there is a city with varied architecture, including churches and abbeys that were often built on the foundations of old Roman buildings. They have oftentimes been repurposed for new uses, such as this library here. As well, there is beautiful gardens and greenery that are iconically Northern England / Scotland, right down to this larger-than-life thistle featured in this garden, right in the center of the city. The center features narrow streets where the upper stories often touch or feel like they're touching. You could not talk about a city without talking about the food. Often grand old buildings like these are repurposed into restaurants. You could not come all the way to this part of northern England and miss the North York moors and dales. We took a day trip to this wild and beautiful place. We kept expecting to see Heathcliff any moment. And if you think I look cold, you are absolutely right. This area takes the blast from the North Sea, even in the middle of summer. Our tour then hit Whitby, which boasts the best fish and chips in the UK. It is built on the River Esk and has an amazing fishing background. This seaside town includes a massive pier and a very cold-looking beach. Yes, and those people are actually swimming in it. Above it all, 199 steps above the streets of Whitby, is the beautiful Whitby Abbey. After a quick stop at this historic train station used in Harry Potter movies and TV shows like Downton Abbey and Heartbeat, we headed back to York and then on to London by train. I did promise those insider tips at the beginning of the video, so here goes. 1. When in England, take the cathedral tours. They are generally very good because they are conducted by well-trained volunteers. All the money that you pay goes to keeping the buildings operational. And on top of that, the volunteers are locals and usually very enthusiastic ones. So if you have any questions about the city or inn, ask them. They're great. And number 2 tip, don't miss out on at least one Sunday roast meal at a pub. They are tasty, typical local food at great value, and as you can see, a huge amount of food. This is the last of our adventure and learning videos about England. To see more, please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below. Look for more videos at our LifeShift video channel on YouTube or at LifeShift website, www.lifeshift.com.